about my favorite TV shows. Maybe I'll go into more depth with other videos and stuff, but for now, I just wanted to talk about my favorite ones and a little bit on why. So right now, I will start with The Walking Dead because I'm rewatching it right now. It's not necessarily my favorite of all time. There's a couple that I'd have to choose from for that, but it's up there. One of the main reasons it's not my favorite of all time is because it's still going, even though it should have ended, I feel like. But I love this TV series. I nerd out over it, apparently. At least that's what a girl told me at work. I just love the whole series up until I don't know when I stopped liking it. I think it is golden up until they hit Alexandria. I think right about there is when it starts declining. But the whole Negan section is incredible. But I haven't seen anything after that. But I love Negan and his character. He's such a badass. I just love the whole dynamic, how he takes control and seeing him break everybody. It's just great. Speaking of break, I'd say this could be my all-time favorite is Breaking Bad. I just really love the main actor, Bryan Cranston. I read his book called A Life in Parts, which I recommend. It's such a good book. It's, if you haven't seen it, you have to watch it. I know everybody says you have to watch it, and if you haven't yet, you probably aren't going to, but I really love how he develops as the show goes on into a weaker, I don't know how to say it, just like a weak man. And he turns into something great by the end. And he has to change who he is and accept what he's doing and why. And I love Gus, how he plays around with, like the dynamic between him and Walter is great. And it's just such a good TV series. Lost is incredible. Like, that is one of my all-time favorites. I haven't watched it in a while. I would have rewatched it instead of The Walking Dead, but they pulled it from Netflix. But that is such a good TV series. The only problem with Lost is the ending wasn't great. It was just kind of ended. But the build up and everything, it's just, I love how it always stays interesting. And I haven't seen it in so long, so it's so difficult to remember. But I don't know, it's such a great TV series. I like the idea of them being stranded and how they go to the real world and come back and like all that stuff. I love what's his name? Desmond. He was such a cool character. I love how it gets like psychological, and then there's groups and unknown things, and then it gets really biblical and spiritual, and it just has every aspect of a TV show mixed in one. And it's funny to you really grow to like attach to the characters. Some shows fail to do that, but this one, it hurts when people die. I don't know if any main people really die. I think a few do, but and just like the whole series, it's got so many underlying meanings and such deep. Like, I feel like if I rewatched it now, because last time I watched it I was like 12. If I watched it now, I probably would go even crazier over it because because I understand a lot more than I did when I was a little boy. Yeah, so Lost is up there. This isn't really, like, those are probably my top 3 favorite TV shows. But just, like, in that kind of category of really serious, just actiony, dramatic TV shows. I don't know how you'd put it, but that just have incredible storytelling. And just with random TV shows, I really like The Office. That's probably my favorite comedy. I love how basic it is, how it's just work. It just shows work. And it's not like all this crazy stuff going on in this and this. It's just an everyday life. But it's funny. Michael he had some great one-liners. I watched this video that was talking about it, and it said, it was something along the lines of, it was great because most of their iconic lines weren't meant to be iconic. They were just written, and I agree with that. Like, there's a lot of stuff in there that's just so funny. Me and a guy from work named Matt, we always quote it and like compare it to stuff and laugh about it. And there's an episode in The Office where they get a new boss, and he kicks a soccer ball at one of the guys, and he ducks, and it hits a girl behind him. And the guy's like, "Why'd you duck, Jim?" And at work, Matt grabbed a pen and he threw it at me, and I don't know how, but I ducked. It bounced off my back and it hit the foot. Luckily, it didn't hit like a person directly, but it hit the foot of a group of people, and I just started laughing so hard because I said, "Why did you duck, Jim?" right when that happened. And it was so funny because we recreated a moment accidentally, and I felt bad because the person we hit walked over with the pen. Okay, now let me think. Dexter is great. I watched that one so long ago too, but that gets really psychological, and I just love that, how deep it gets into his mind, and it grapples with morals, kinda, and coping with your nature and who you are. And it's just really cool to see like a sick person like that. I don't know if he'd say sick, but kind of like an unconventional antisocial person. Arrow is really good with, I don't want to butcher his name, Stephen Amell. Please hope I hope I didn't. That was such a good one that I was keeping up with for a while. I think I'm all caught up on that one. That one, I really liked it. It was it's not like on the grand scale of amazing TV shows because it's a little too silly, if that makes sense. It's not serious enough, and a lot of things, it's like, oh yeah, that would happen, and it would happen, so you can't take it seriously, but that's an entertaining watch. Okay, let me pick one more. I've watched a lot of stuff. I think I will have to go with American Horror Story. Yeah, I like how it's constantly switching up during like every series is different. Some of them aren't that good, but a lot of them are. And they reuse characters, which is cool. I mean, this American Horror Story isn't up there either, but it's a really good thing to just, like, I like having it in the background while I'm doing stuff. And the problem with that one is it doesn't have very deep storytelling, and it's not, you don't get attached to characters, but it's a good thing. It's a good, like, watch one episode every night, like, type thing. Not, yeah, like, interesting, that's for sure. So those are my favorite TV shows. I probably missed a lot because I've watched a lot of TV, but I think that's it for there. I like Narcos. That one's very, very good. Yeah, so I'm gonna end it there. I hope you enjoyed this. If you want me to talk more about each TV show, I probably will. But if you want one in particular, let me know in the comments. I hope you have a great night, and I will see you tomorrow, actually.